Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Kelly Holmes. I am back, well rested, relaxed, and all around I feel real good. I decided to take a break. I was in a few people's chats, but other than that, I took a break. I need to relax a little bit, but I'm glad to be back. So, one of the things I really want to talk about, because I'm interested over to see what's going to happen next month, is in Georgia, the U.S. Senate. I want to know who wins, if it's going to be Herschel Walker or his opponent. Don't know the opponent's name, but I'm wondering who's going to win. If Herschel Walker wins, I'm going to laugh, because that man is kooky. That's all I'm going to say. There's an update on Shaquilla Robinson. I said I was going to make a video about it, but I was so disappointed and mad and angry when I read that story and I saw the video. If there's no justice for this woman who was killed by her so-called friends, me personally, I'm going to grab something and start chucking it out the window. I'm being dead serious. Somebody needs to be charged. And the fact that it went viral like this made me happy, because I first heard about it on Twitter. That's how I really first heard about it. And one of the tweets that I read was it showed the picture of the woman, Daquela Jackson. It showed her, and it showed her the victim. So I said, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, it's a woman, that, murdered her best friend, because we hear this all the time. Well, came to find out, the video is brutal, because I saw on Twitter, it's brutal. This is all legend, and this is my opinion. She was set up. I've been watching a lot of videos over this. And I start thinking to myself, there's a reason why I don't have a large group of friends. This woman was successful. I mean successful. It sounded like to me she was, happy-go-lucky, darling, sweet. Had literally a whole life ahead of her. And then this happens. Because she wanted to treat her friends to a trip to Mexico. I watched it live last night. I don't know the content creator's name, but that wasn't the whole point. I don't know, and also before that, I seen another live where a man was talking about giving his side to the story. All in all, the FBI is about to put their foot on all their necks. And the FBI don't play. So, on the live that the man showed last night, I guess his name was Nazir. I don't know. I believe his name was Nazir. Posted a posted on Instagram about how all this, what happened to her, was over a man. An ex, really. Why is she so upset? We don't know. But why the other girl was upset, we don't know. I mean, some people say the motive was jealousy, and I believe it. And if you look at the picture of her friends, they're not that much they're not much at all. So I think it's jealousy and envy, because there was a lot of rumors swirling around also that 10K was taken, this is alleged, that 10K was taken out of her bank account. So yeah, it's jealousy because she's successful. Instead of trying to ask for tips, or even better yet, be inspired by that, they just decided to take her life. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it's pathetic that woman had to go through this. And not only that, but they lied about it, thinking they get away with it. But they were stupid because they put it on videotape. So they're not the brightest crayons in the box, or the sharpest tools in the shed. I just hope she gets justice. I really do. Because they lied about it. That's the whole thing that gets me. They lied about it. Lied about it to her mother, saying it was alcohol poison. And then 2 days later, she got the autopsy report saying that there's no alcohol in her system. She died from a broken neck and a spine. I don't know. But prayers go out to her family. And there's going to be justice one way or the other. And I'm happy to see this. Anyway. Yeah. Alex Keister with Mandela Catalog. I finally seen last week over break, while I called my vacation, I watched the Mandela Catalog 4. Because he said he had a Twitter thing, Twitter live. I didn't see it. Or YouTube, one of the two. I didn't see it either way, because I think I was doing something else. But he was talking about, but the Mandela Catalog, it is good. It goes more in depth into it. I said, you know what? Speaking of that, I'm going to give this man some more views. I'm going to stick the Mandela Catalog. Well, I'll just do this whole channel. Because, and people, I want you to subscribe to this man because he is good. I love it. I never really got into analog horror lately, but the way this series is, it's good enough to make a movie. And the fact that these YouTuber content creators can make a horror movie better than Hollywood. You know, there's Alex Keister, Kane Pixels, Meat Cannon. I'm surprised Meat Cannon hasn't made a whole movie yet. I would watch that in a heartbeat. But the fourth volume goes more in depth into what happened afterwards as well as beforehand. And just a little spoiler, Adam is not who he seems. Adam Murray, if you've seen the whole series. But anyway, what else? Oh, Quentin Tarantino. He said he's gonna make his last film, because he's been saying this. I think he's been saying that for, because I think I remember I was in either college or about to graduate when he said he was going to retire. Because I thought the man retired already, but he didn't. He said he's going to make the last film he was going to make is his last one. Then he's going to retire. And that man had Quentin Tarantino had a long, good career, literally. I mean, he is called the king of dialogue for a reason. And I said, you know what? I've seen almost all his movies. Why not? And the fact he made 11 films in his career, and they're all back-to-back gems and cult favorites, says a lot. And the one thing I like about Quentin Tarantino films is that besides the dialogue, he takes his time. He really, really, really takes his time. He don't rush into things. And I've never seen one bad film of his ever. Even if he does a surprise, like a surprise director, like in Sin City, you can tell he did it because of the dialogue. And I love it. But congrats to him. I'm going to watch the film, because the last film, Once Upon a Time in, I think it's Hollywood, that was good. I was shocked at that film. But, yeah. Wrestling news ain't much, but I haven't seen this dude in a minute. Brian Kendrick, way back when, I think in the early 2000s, there were two wrestlers. It was Brian Kendrick and Paul. It's not Paul Newman. I forgot what. Wait, Brian and Paul. We're gonna call him that because I forgot the other dude's name. I know his name was Paul. Because I remember they used to be with one girl, Ashley. It was Brian, Paul, and Ashley. But then it was just Brian and Paul. Anyway, Brian Kendrick is coming back to wrestling. Slowly but surely. And I also heard Steve Austin want to be back in wrestling. I find it kind of ironic that after McMahon left, everybody started coming out of the woodworks, which is good, because some of these people I really, really did miss. Like, The Dudley brothers, I miss them. I miss them a lot. They, I think they retired. Um, yeah, I think they retired. Because they've been doing it for like 20, at least 30, 20, 30 years. So they retired. DX came back. I think I said it's a nice video for a reunion. But I'm kind of happy Brian Kendrick is coming back. It gives something. You know, it's windy out here today. Anyway, I am so glad to be back. So, you know what? I'm going to do a mini review. Like, literally, it's going to be like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so for this movie review, I said, you know what? It's almost Christmas time. Almost Christmas time. I am going to start doing $5 bin, really $1 bin movies. Okay. The first movie we're going to review for the $1 bin is The Perfect Guy. This is with Sanaa Lathan, Morris Chestnut, and Michael Ealy. I think that's how you say his last name. But mainly what it's about is it's horrible. It is bad. Like, at first when I heard about this, I said, oh, you know, it's going to be kind of like a romantic thriller. Like, she broke up with Morris Chestnut and she meets Michael Ealy. They're together, and then Morris Chestnut gets angry and tries to break him up. But it's not that at all. We start off with Sanaa Lathan's character, and she and her boyfriend, his name was David King. They've been together for 2 years now. I don't know if this woman is desperate to have kids or what, but maybe it's just me. But she wants him to get married, and, you know, he doesn't have the same things as her. He doesn't feel the same way. He said, you know what? Look, let's just break it off. She said, okay. She's devastated, you know. And she starts going out on dates. One of the dates didn't show up. Well, actually, she went to a bar. She went to a bar, and she sat there. A guy walks up to her and asks her if he could get her a drink. She said, I bought one already. And basically, she tells him to back off. But he doesn't get the hint. Michael Ealy's character named Carter Duncan? Yeah. This man is nuts. Not nuts, in the, like, he's pretty. But that's it. Michael Ealy's acting in this is very monotone and dry. Like, when you see him on screen, he's gorgeous. If you put it on mute, it's even better. So basically what this is he goes by the name of Carter Duncan, which isn't his real name, to which we later find out he changed his last name in 2003. He's been in foster care all his life till he's 17. Well, pretty much he aged out of the system. And he pretty much went after women based on his looks, pretty much. Which is kind of ironic because you think it'll be the opposite. But in this movie. But another thing he has is a hot temper. And there was a fight scene in here where he plays it way too good. Like, his acting is monotone, but when it comes to the violent parts, like the fighting and stuff, he is very he does it way too good. And yeah, he does it way too good. And I just said, this man is crazy. Like, somehow, I don't know how. Another thing that's stupid about this movie. Okay. So, after a while, Sanaa, Nathan's character, and David King gets back together. He basically tells David tells Carter to back off and leave her alone. Now, I don't know how he found out what car he drove, because, well, I think because he stalked him. But if your brakes go out, somehow you can find out your brakes go out. David King was driving at night. His brakes went out in his car. And all of a sudden, we don't know how or why, but Carter stalked him and he basically killed him. It's trying to be a thriller without the thrill, basically. And that's my whole review. It's trash. It is trash. The only acting that was good was Sanaa and Morris Chestnut. Michael Ealy, nah, he was bored. Like, even in the police station, I guess he tried to be, smart and genius because he had a high Q. It wasn't working out. I said they should have found somebody else for this. No. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the morning talk show. I'm glad to be back. I will be on here tonight for Evening Chronicles because why not? So anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening, subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, be careful. I'm telling you to be careful. Like Kevin Samuel says, winter's coming. Just don't let them in your house. You know. Don't let them in your house. Don't let them near your car. Don't let them near you. Just don't let them near you, period. Be careful. Bye.